You guys will not believe what I just found. I am almost speechless. To see if there's anything good discarded, and this brass and wood snuffer. This drop leaf table is adorable. Welcome to a Goodwill Bins shopping day. I haven't been to the Goodwill outlet where you pay by the weight in a very long time. So I'm hoping I find something amazing going through all that stuff. So the last time I was here, it took forever for them to turn the bins over. So I brought my headphones this time so I could listen to a podcast while I wait. The line today is so long, longer than I've ever seen. So the competition is going to be steep. So I always kick off in the breakables bin, so they're bins within the major bin. Sometimes you can find some real gems that are not broken yet, but it doesn't look like anything in today's bins. Okay, so there was a top on this at some point, but sadly no top, so that is a no-go. I do look for wood hangers, not this color, but the blonde ones for my booth because I do sell clothing on occasion. I can't believe it. So I'm across from where the bottom of the box is, and here's the top. So just between bins. So I gotta make sure that the bottom is still there, and I may actually have a pair. So I ran over to the other bin, got the bottom, and it is a perfect match. Okay, so what do we have here? Looks like an old recipe or index box. Okay, this is a yes. So I found another one, so now I have two, and it looks like a set may have come through, so I need to look for all the other mates. Does anyone remember caboodles? I used to love them when I was young. I'm always on the hunt for picture frames. So this one is probably my best-selling size, a smaller frame size. And then these do sell as well, the bigger ones, but they take a little bit longer than the smaller ones. Most people have pictures the small size. This is a very cool enamel picture. Wonder if it had a top though. I'm assuming it did. So I need to look it up and see. But I do have a soft spot for enamel pieces like this. So people love old brushes and brooms. These are, I think, for polishing shoes. I'm tempted to pick them up because they have the most wonderful aged patina on them, and I love the shape. But I kind of get the ick from these, honestly. So it's really hard for me to buy them. I love these old recipe containers. Or I guess you could put contact information too. I'm not sure what are they doing here? Is this all schools? That's kind of strange. Yeah, Ohio State. Well, that's strange. Just like a box of universities. I wonder why they would have done that. So here's the top of a cool dude. Where is his bottom and his friends inside? So here's the shoe polish that goes with those brushes. So this is I thought it might be a card holder, and it is. So not super exciting, but for signage in my booth, and for business cards, these can be great. Okay, so I see some wood, and it is a poster set. Well, this is adorable. Look at the little handle. Wonder if they're all there, if there's like one missing or not. But this is pretty cute. Looks like someone discarded this myrtle wood bowl. It's pretty rough though, right here. And the problem with myrtle wood is so much of it's very shellacked. So cleaning it up is not as easy. I think I'd have to sand that out. So that's pass. I always get excited when I see a back of a canvas, but usually I'm disappointed and it's someone's strange art. So apparently I meant to find wood things today because I found all those wood boxes and that little card holder, and now this, I think it's like a cell phone stand easel. So it's going in the cart. I love going through the book bins. It's the one thing I really look forward to. And this one is so cool. Oh, it's upside down. It is a music book. It's pretty heavily damaged, but I feel like it could be really cool to put in picture frames instead of just random prints I cut out of like a magazine or an old book. This could be kind of a cool vibe. So I may get it for that. So I use a lot of vintage books for styling in my vintage booth, and I love the color on this one and the wear, and also it's calculus, which is kind of fun subject matter. So this is a yes. This little house is adorable. Oh, it's a clock too. It's very light, so it's plastic. It's not ceramic, so I think that's probably a pass, but people do love these little cottages. Oh my gosh, who remembers this movie? I love this movie so much. It's probably the reason why I ended up marrying a British person, because she was an American who found a hot Brit, and I was like, one day I'm gonna find me a hot Brit, and I did. This is a cute folk art piece. Looks like it might be missing something down there. Oh, it's a music box? Wow. Okay. This is probably a pass, even though it's adorable. This is a pretty crystal bowl. Very heavy. It doesn't seem like it has any markings on it though, so it may just be a generic one. Chessboard set. And it actually did have some of the pieces inside, but I think they're probably long gone now. So I probably won't be picking it up. Man, that would have been a really fun find if it had all the pieces. I love these trays. I've never found one that's blue like this. Usually they're more brightly colored. Okay, if this is not broken, I'm so excited. And by that tray was this stone tray, but it's missing one of its sides. And I wonder if it's still here, because I could always glue it back on. Although the weight on this would be pretty crazy. So this little basket caught my eye, but it is pretty busted. But then I saw this. It's a pretty awesome vintage belt. It's one of the ones that's stretchy. We very rarely, at least when I've been here, get accessories in. So I'm not sure why this made it into the bin. So every time I find a roll of tickets, I always want to bring them home. I don't need them, so they're going to stay. There's something about them that just always make me excited. I have no business being in the big art aisle, but I saw this horse painting from across the way and I'm like, I need to check this out. It would be $3, so the price is right. They actually price art individually here, and it's not by weight, at least the ones that are in these like steel containers, and sometimes they'll actually price the ones in the bins individually too. So I'm gonna pass on it sadly, because big art is very hard for me to sell, and this painting is definitely a weird one. Like the horses look a little off, so this is staying behind. So this is definitely an accurate representation of my life. Organized chaos. This is a great rustic picnic basket. It is very gross and dirty, but it's all kinds of good patina, frankly. I'm not going to pick it up because I just don't have any appetite for selling something like this, but it's a good one. So good news, the bins are going to start being rotated, which seems really fast, but time is a little bit different when you're at the bins. It goes very quickly, and before you know it, you've lost hours. So here is my haul so far. This is what I've been able to grab when I first walked in the door. So pretty good. I'm excited by all the stuff that I found. Okay, so they are getting ready to bring out some new clothing bins and some new decor bins. So really excited to see what the next round has to offer, because so far I'm pretty happy with what I found. New fresh bins. We're just waiting for all of them to be placed in the area so we can start digging. It's a shame that someone gave up on this rug, because it looks like the colors would have been really fun. And speaking of rugs, this is beautiful and it looks like it's in great shape, and it has a mate over there. So in all those new bins, I found this basket and a little plastic croissant for a play kitchen for my nephew. So not that exciting. So I just found this Garth Brooks CD set, and CDs are becoming very popular, and I know a lot of people like Garth Brooks, or at least they did like Garth Brooks. And I looked it up, not worth much, sadly. So first rotation is complete. Did not really get anything exciting. It was very competitive. There were so many people going through those bins, although I was looking at what people were grabbing and nothing that great. So I think it was just kind of like a bummer rotation overall. The next round of bins may be clothing, only looking at what's already there, and sometimes they replace like with like. So we'll see what comes out. So if it's a clothing round, that means I'm probably an hour away from another round of home decor, which is a bummer, which is why I brought my headphones. This shelf caught my eye. I think someone must have put it back. I like how it has like the little edge right here so things don't fall off, but someone had a really hard time mounting it on the wall. I mean, that's like an insane amount of holes. So I think I'm gonna have to pass on it. A bunch of new bins came out, and some of them were actually home decor. This caught my eye from afar. I was hoping it was just a wood box, but it's for shoe polishing. That seems to be a theme today. This is probably a pass. I don't know what these are even worth or if they're even desirable. This is a very cute cat quilt, but all the red started to bleed on other spots, so that's a bummer. I love a granny blanket, and the colors on this one are so good. I mean, there's a lot of fluffs and hair. and I can smell it from here already. So that's a no-go, sadly, but whoever made it was a master. So people are starting to go through their carts, so I'm making my rounds to see if there's anything good discarded, and this brass and wood snuffer was in a bin that I definitely went through before, so bringing this home. And then I also found this really pretty leather bag, and it has like a zip here so you can put it on a suitcase, so kind of a nice like carry-on size. I think someone probably picked it up, already looked up comps and discarded it, but I'm gonna look up to see what it's worth anyways. So comps on this purse are all over the place. Some people are shooting for the stars at like over 100, other people it's like 20 bucks. So I do sell purses in one of my booths. Usually it's like more novelty purses, but this is a really nice leather bag for someone for work, so maybe I'll pick it up. Ninja Turtles were a big thing when I was little, and I loved the show and the movies. So part of me wants to buy this t-shirt for my son. So I went through the books again and found this field guide to birds, and look at the pictures. They're so good and they're colorful. And the person who had it was like underlining stuff and highlighting and checking off the birds that they found. The problem is there's a lot of like wear, dirt, mildew, probably because they had it in like a backpack when they went out. So I don't know if that's something that would bother someone, because yeah, I feel like all the wear and tear just adds to the fact that it was actually used by someone who loves to bird watch. So I may get it just because some of the colorful pages would make really cool like inserts for picture frames. Terrifying baby alert, you guys. Just waiting on the last bin to be placed. You guys, I am speechless. I'm close to tears. I finally found a Dansk pepper mill I have always wanted to find, and everyone seems to find these out in the wild for cheap, and I've never found one. I found one today at the bin. So I also found these wood frames, so not as exciting as this guy, but I definitely need them for some needle points that I want to frame. I'm so scared to lose this to someone who would take it out of my cart that I think I may have it in my hand the rest of the time I'm here. Another reseller just discarded this. She decided she didn't want it, which I grabbed it in a flash. So it's been a good day at the bin. Someone was certainly prolific in their floral art. I do like the black one. I think that one's probably the best out of the group. A lot of glitter on this one. I found another book. I love the font on this. It's so cool. And some more art, which I can't decide if I like it or not. Like the colors, I feel like they're just a little too vibrant, but I don't know. So let's go in the cart to see. So I've been here over 2 hours, and they've rotated about half the store, and there's a lot of decor bins yet to come. I'm trying to decide if I leave now and just hit up some normal Goodwills, or if I stick around for the entire like rotation. Because I did find that amazing piece, and I feel like, ooh, maybe that's what I needed to find, and then I can just head on out. I am getting a little hungry. Next round of bins produced these baskets. Like, these are great for styling in a booth to put stuff in. This one I may sell as is. It's pretty heavy actually and substantial, but it's in really good shape. So yeah, the cottagecore vibes are definitely here today. This drop leaf table is adorable. I don't know how well these sell because I just, don't pick up that much furniture. But this one with the spindles, really good, and it's only $8. It looks like this side has some damage. Yeah, that's water damage to the veneer, so that part's a bummer. So here are all the finds I got today at the Goodwill Bins. So it was a very, very good day. Still can't believe I found that guy. I mean, that's just amazing. And this piece of art, love as well. So I am going to check out and then hit up some more Goodwills. So that was a very successful morning at the Goodwill Bins. I spent $41 on 12 pounds of home decor. Now, if you get to 25 pounds here, then there is a reduction in the per pound price. But I never get 25 pounds worth of stuff. I would have to spend the entire day here, and I don't have time to spend the entire day here. But That dance peppermill was totally worth coming today. Okay, so I'm gonna get all this stuff loaded and then we're gonna head off to some Goodwills. Walking into Goodwill. So a pretty studio pottery plate. It is $4.99, but I am feeling some rough spots underneath. So I think I may pass on it. Here's one of these articulating men, but I'm getting kind of deja vu because he's all floppy like the last one I found had trouble holding itself up by the midsection. So I'm gonna pass on this one too. This little caddy is kind of cute. It is $2.99. Just pulled this horsehair pottery off of a new cart. It is $2.99 and this is a yes. These bookends are adorable. They're heavy resin, $4.99 each, although that guy has a chip on his ear, so probably pass. This stone Buddha is pretty cool. It's $3.99. I need to look it up to see if it's worth anything. So I looked up that Buddha and it's actually not stone. It is painted resin to look like stone and they're not worth a lot, so I put them back on the shelf. I always get so excited when I find something myrtle wood, $4.99. I need to look up comps on this because I've never found a fish before. This wood frame is really great. I love the curved edges. It does have some wear to the finish. I don't know if that's that noticeable. It's $4.99. So I thought for sure that this frame was Kate Spade because it was definitely giving me Kate Spade vibes, but it's actually Jonathan Adler, so that's why I like it, because I love him and everything he creates. $2.99. It has some wear and scratches there, so I'll probably pass on it, which is a bummer. I'm so excited because these little brass frames are so popular and there's a whole set of them for $2.99 each. I think this is metal and not plastic. Anyways, there are so many of them. This carved wood bear is only $6.99. It is absolutely adorable. So that Goodwill is very small, but I got these pieces here and we're on to the next stop. Walking into the next Goodwill. This is a cute little stack of bamboo boxes. I wish they were priced as a set. $3.99 and $1.99. Okay, these are a maybe. Hello Wedgwood. It's $3.99. It says the City of London in the center. It's an ashtray. This is a definite yes. Are you ready for this next amazing find I got today? The most giant Kakeshi doll. So it's not cheap. It is $24.99. So there's that. So she says as is because she has some cracks in her, but they're always kind of damaged by the time they get to a new owner because they're so old. This one is just so good. So I'm not sure how I feel about this piece. It is a sculpture that someone made out of a bunch of thrifted finds. I think it's kind of cool, and the top of it's a hand, so of course I'm gonna like it. This is a strange piece. It is a bowling pin that has been burned and etched. I'm not going to buy it because I feel like the shape is just too weird, but whoever did it was very good. I wish they would have chosen a different shape. This is a pretty cool wood vase. It's $3.99. It's missing its test tube, but I don't think that matters. I think I'm gonna pick it up. Dear Lord, look at this mug. I have never seen one this large. Like, I find these face ones on occasion, but this is absolutely insane. I thought I found some cool gems, but they are IKEA. Now these are very pretty. Are they candle holders or glasses you drink out of? Here's your reminder that these brass trays, wall medallions that have like the old-timey scenes in them just don't sell the same as like an Indian brass tray or something more ornate. So I refrain from picking them up. That is one thing a lot of newbies pick up in the beginning, hoping that they're going to sell, and they usually just sit. I really like this glass vase. It's actually hand blown, $3.99. It's not signed, so I'm not sure if I should pick it up or not. Glassware is still kind of a mystery to me when it comes to certain pieces. I can't believe I'm walking out with the most giant Kakeshi doll that I've ever found at Goodwill. Walking into the next Goodwill. So I walked in, saw the end cap of all of these busts, and I was like, those look like they might be made in Italy, and they are. They were sold at Marshall's years ago. So I'm gonna get all of them. Thankfully, I just found this giant crate in a new cart because I'll be able to put all the bust in here and go get an actual cart. I went to pick this cat up and it probably weighs 15 or more pounds. It is so heavy. I think it's meant to be like a doorstop. And we have another mask. I am finding so many right now. It's crazy. $7.99. I've never seen this style before. So I checked comps on these and they're not bad. They're actually listed in like the 80s, but on eBay with the soles, they're in like the $30 to $40 range. So I think I'm gonna get it. Just found the sweetest pair of cloisonne dishes. They're $2.99 each and they were just right down there. I'm so sad this frame has so many broken bits on it. Look at how intricate the wood inlay is, like the marquetry. It's phenomenal. So I found a piece of art I like. It's really well done. It's only $7.99, but large scale art like this is so hard for me to sell and I hate shipping it, so I usually avoid like listing it online. I mean, I have my market coming up, so maybe I could buy it for that, although I don't want to get stuck with it if someone decides that they don't want it, so I don't know. May leave it behind. Look at this blanket. It's so pretty. So that stop was very good too. I'm on fire, guys. I am really in the zone today, or in the flow of thrifting. So those busts, could not get them in fast enough. Cloisonne dishes. That crate is going to be so helpful for my pop-up coming up, my market. So yeah, all in all, a really good stop at this Goodwill. So walking into the next and final Goodwill, I actually was going to skip this one, but I'm on such a hot streak. I was like, maybe I should just give it a try. I found a fun fixture for my market. It's $6.99. It's a bunch of crates that were put together. And yeah, I think it'd be a great shelf. I wanted these too, but someone already took the tag. So that's a bummer. So surprise, we're back in the car already. The only thing I picked up was this pink shelving unit, and then I got a plastic storage tote. So not a super exciting stop, but this is something I really needed for my market, so it was definitely worth stopping at. So in all that excitement yesterday, I totally forgot to film a close for this video. So thank you so much for watching and for shopping with me. Now, I'm not planning to list anything that you saw in the footage on Etsy because I'm trying very hard to up my inventory levels because I have a market next month in June. So most of the things that I'm picking up are actually going to be earmarked for that. But if anything in the video that you see that you want, just let me know and I can get it listed for you and ship it out. Thank you again so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you in my next video. Take care.